Hello everybody, you're joined by your host, Macarthur, and in today's Minecraft video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a simple starter base. To start things off, I'd like you to gather some wood. Wood is very essential at the beginning of Minecraft because it is used as the original building blocks to create your tools and crafting tables. Once you've created your crafting table, I'd like you to gather some more wood, so you may use it to craft a tool so you can cut down trees even faster. I'd like to take this time to ask you, how long have you been playing Minecraft? And if for a short duration, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like you're going to continue to play? And if so, why? Now that you've crafted your axe, I'd like you to go gather some resources with it. Next, I'd like you to dig a small hole so we can gather some cobblestone, so we can upgrade the tools that we've already crafted. To mine stone, you're going to need a wooden pickaxe, which is easily craftable, with 3 wood and 2 sticks. Once you've gathered a small amount of cobblestone, or actually reached the cobblestone layer, I'd like you to craft a cobblestone pickaxe, although I messed up and crafted an axe. So we're going to have to use our wood one again to gather some more. Once you have enough to craft another wooden or stone pickaxe, I would like you to dig a nice little hole using it so we can gather quite a bit of cobblestone to start her off in our little adventure. Now that you've gathered all the resources that you need to build your starter home, I'd like you to go and find a wonderful spot to start with your architecture. I personally like to build near lakes because I find them quite beautiful, especially later in the game once you decide to upgrade your house into a mansion. On my journey over to the lake, I saw some cows, and because this is Minecraft and I'm playing survival, I needed them. Now that you have found your wonderful spot that you'd like to build your house, I'd like you to craft a stone shovel so that we can lay out the foundation area for our starter home. I personally went 11 by 11 by 11 by 11 so that we can have a little overhang on our building, whereas the inside would be 10 by 10. You use the overhang to give your house a little bit more detail, and just that small amount of detail makes a significant difference from what you had originally planned or thought you would be able to build. Now that you've laid the foundation for your house, I'd like you to build some wooden stilts or whatever material you decide to build out of. I wanted a 5 tall building, so I had to use 6 wooden logs due to the one small moat that we dug around to lay our foundation in. You may have already noticed this, but I accidentally made one of these pillars 5 high rather than 6. I personally like to use dirt as a stilt at the beginning of the game due to it being a very common resource found absolutely everywhere in Minecraft. And I would like to take this short time to ask you, how has your life been during the coronavirus? What activities have you been doing? Do you have any new hobbies or any television series that you're watching that you would highly recommend. Next, I'd like you to dig out the interior, because we're going to be replacing these blocks with wooden planks to give it a nice roomy aesthetic. Now, because it's pretty boring just removing dirt blocks, this will take us straight into our next time lapse. Enjoy. Alright, now that we've completed the foundation of our house, what I'd like you to do is build a little overhang using the wood that we collected at the beginning of the video. The overhang just gives it a little bit more of a 3D detail and gives it a little bit more of a room-like or cabin-esque aesthetic. I would also like to mention at this point in time that you should probably make sure you have more or just enough resources to complete your build so you do not run out. Next, I'd recommend for you to move all the dirt inside of your building at this point so that we can replace the floor with oak planks. Next, I would like you to grab some oak planks within your inventory so that we can place them down as a floorboard. After you've placed all of the oak wood, I'd like you to go and craft some doors so that you can add a little bit of protection to your base. I personally had to use oak doors due to my short supply of any other woods. Once you've done this, I would like you to go and make some spaces in your walls for where your windows will be going later in the video. I personally just randomly pick blocks that I would like to mine, and then after that I would find some glass and place it in there. Windows are a very important part of a Minecraft base, especially when they're made out of panes, because panes are 1/16 of a block thick. It gives your build quite a little bit more detail than what you would be expecting from a normal glass block. I'm going to take this time to ask you a couple questions about the builds that you've done in Minecraft. Do you have any builds that stick out in your memory more than any others? Perhaps a build that you built years ago? If so, how about you tell me a little bit about them in the comment section down below. A very important part about windows is the actual glass, and to get glass you should go mine some sand. Now that you've completely mined all your sand, you should go craft a furnace and smelt it. I personally didn't have any coal, so I was forced to use wooden planks, which is not very efficient. Now would be a very good time for you to go and gather some extra wood so we can build our massive wooden roof. that you've gathered enough wood for you to build your roof, you should probably measure out the size of the interior and the size of the exterior of your home so that you could best build your roof. When building this project, I did accidentally misbuild the roof 3 times before I got it perfect. Unfortunately, that did take quite a lot extra time, and it has been edited out of the video. This is one of the very many reasons why you should properly measure when playing Minecraft. It is very unforgiving when you are even 1 block off, and it can take hours worth of work if you do not measure properly the first time. So I would recommend that you do measure properly, so you can save yourself quite a lot of time. Right here I'm building the overhangs for my roof. These give the building quite a little bit more extra detail and makes it look quite a bit more 3D. At this point, I realized that I had made quite another crucial mistake. This is very important for you to count out the number of resources or estimated number of resources you are going to need to build your entire building. I did make quite a little bit of a mistake and did not do any of those calculations. I would recommend it for you as for a starter base, considering they take quite a little amount of resources. Now that you've gathered all the resources that you need, you can take out your glass and craft them into glass panes. It's a very simple crafting recipe, and you get 16 for every time you craft one. I'm going to be placing glass panes in every single hole that we made previously a little earlier in the video. Unfortunately, I did lose a glass pane there, but that is okay, because glass and sand are very, very common resources within Minecraft. Now that you have finished placing your glass panes, you can use all that extra wood that you gathered to finish your roof. As you can see, I made a devastating mistake by not counting properly. The top of my roof does not land in the middle of my building, meaning there's going to be places where the wood will double up, making the build not look quite as nice as you would probably like it. And if you made this mistake, it's completely okay, considering Minecraft is a sandbox game and you can always just try over. At this point in time, I was trying to fix my mistake by adjusting the roof over by 1 block. What I did not realize was the roof needed 2 center blocks due to it being 12 blocks wide. And because of this, I was forced to redo the roof a 3rd time. Although, to save you guys the pain of watching me build a roof for 20 minutes, I did not show that inside of the video. This is where I realized I made another huge mistake and did require to build it a 3rd time. probably tell, but this is a pretty common theme within the video. But once again, I did mismake the house roof. Unfortunately, I did forget to press record when I fixed it again, hence the reason it's not going to be in this video. It is very, very painful for me to continuously have to recreate builds over and over and over. So I just want to give you guys, if you keep on having issues building this house, know that some of the things that you've seen in this video were not my first time trying to make them. And I do appreciate you for attempting to build this house and watching the video. To conclude the video, I'm going to be showing you the final product of the build. This is what it turned out to be like. I'm very sorry for not showing you how I built some of it. I did forget to press record for some of it, although it is very simple, and I'm sure you guys are smart enough to figure out what